you celebrated Valentine's Day or not. I hope your Sunday was sweet and enjoyable. And today we're talking about communication, and communication is key. And this phrase rolls right off my tongue, but I know implementing it isn't always easy. So if you find yourself struggling to have clear communication in your life, listen as I share my 24 do's and don'ts when it comes to clear communication. I'm Catherine O'Brien, relationship psychotherapist at happywithbaby.com, and also the author of Happy with Baby, Essential Relationship Advice When Partners Become Parents. And these are my tips. And the very first one is, don't try to have hard conversations over text message. There's too much room for misinterpretation, and it also isn't respectful of the other person's time. They might not be available to respond to you in a timely manner, which can often leave us wondering if they're ignoring you or avoiding you. So simple, right? The second one is always try to keep each other's humanity at the forefront. A phone call is better than a text message. A video call is better than a phone call. And in person, of course, is always better than video. But also, remember that there's always reasons why the best option also isn't ideal. For instance, physical safety or time constraints are concerned. So keep in mind what works best. Third, if you don't know how you feel about a troubling or complicated situation, try writing a letter to that person. You don't actually have to give it to them. In fact, it might be better if you don't. But taking the time to write unfiltered can definitely help you figure out how you're actually feeling and what you want to say and how to say it. The next tip, try responding with a question to learn more and do a perception check whenever necessary. Maybe paraphrase their statements and confirm that this is what they are trying to actually say. For instance, I just want to see if you mean what I think you mean because I don't want to misunderstand you. Or ask, you seemed irritated by that comment. Am I right? The next tip, you often don't get things you don't ask for. So speak up about what you need. Next one, compromise takes trial and error, but the error part isn't a failure. Remember that. It's new information for the next time. This is why periodic check-ins and re-evaluations are necessary. Also, be specific and direct about what you need. Or if you don't know what you need, be open with that and say that. Next one, when in doubt, slow down. Bounce some ideas off of each other. Check in with your body for signals or clues about how you might be feeling, and you can pause before you speak. If you can't keep up with the ideas or points swirling in your head, maybe write down some notes. In legal mediation, all decision makers should be present. So that seems like good advice for all of us non-lawyers too. Next tip, and this is one of my favorites. As doctors Julie and John Gottman of the Gottman Institute say, don't kitchen sink the conversation. Deal with one problem at a time. It's harder to find solutions when you have too much to rummage through. So don't throw everything in at once. Next tip, practice active listening to prevent the misunderstandings and to help you stay engaged. Okay, here's another good one. Avoid you always, never, and instead use statements like I feel, I need, and I want statements. Avoid blaming anyone and keep the focus on what the outcome you want to have. And here's a hard one. Avoid using contempt, both the verbal and nonverbal. This also serves to hurt someone, and it does little towards making progress to the outcome you want. And you might not always be able to compromise in every specific situation, but you can compromise in general. So sometimes we just have to pick our battles. And also, you can have your hard no's, just not all the time. Next one. Don't always expect to reach an agreement, because you won't. Sometimes it's okay to agree to disagree. It really is. And other times, you just need to take a break from the situation. Don't forget to be clear about your expectations. Don't assume that all participants involved in this conversation have the same expectations as you. This can make things sticky. Also, know when it's time to take a time out. This is big. Ask for when you need it and honor it when someone else asks you for a break. And then pick a time to come back to the conversation. Also, take time to reflect. Ask yourself, what am I familiar or comfortable with in this? What is challenging for me? If you're mediating a really difficult conversation between friends or family members, offer time to reflect on these questions too. Keep in mind when someone seems to be reacting in a way that is out of proportion to the problem at hand, do pause to consider if there's something else that is informing their reaction, such as a traumatic event, family history, or any other neurological disorder such as ADHD, autism spectrum, anxiety, depression. And you can do this without excusing any bad behavior or trying to diagnose them. Don't do that. But sometimes your intuition will tell you there's something going on. Other times it pays off to stay curious and explore where this might be coming from. We're not all wired the same or bring the same life experiences with us, and it's easy to definitely misunderstand what we don't know. If you feel out of your depth or unsafe, do reach out for appropriate support. Next one. If you tend to be a people pleaser or are conflict averse, raise your hand, or struggle with upholding boundaries, it's important to learn how and when to say no and to stand by it. Keep your no's short, direct, simple, and avoid maybe later or other soft no's that keep the possibility open unless if you actually do want to revisit that situation later. Next one, believe your partner or friend's words, even if you don't understand what their logic is. And here's a big one, and can be hard, and it's the last one. But whenever possible, let go. Forgive. Don't let negative feelings fester into resentments. Do it for yourself, if not for the other person. I would love for you to leave a comment below about the tips that stand out for you and how you might envision implementing them into your own life. And if you're finding it difficult to use these tips because of resentment, frustration, anger, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask for help. Because being in a relationship with anyone, it takes work. And this last year, with the added stressors, has definitely made things more difficult. So please know that you're not alone, and please ask for support. And if you're watching this video as a recording on another platform, please join us in our Happy with Baby community group on Facebook. And remember, until next time, please take care of yourself, because it's not if you have time to, but it's a necessity. I'll see you next week.